And this one feels northern, because if I'm comparing it to Nigeria or something, if you saw something like this, you'd think you'd be somewhere up north. So let's see if there is a place called Mango. Yes, there is. Okay, so this is what we want to see. We're on a dirt road kind of going north to south here. So maybe something like this. And what would this place be? It looks like a hotel, something like that. L'Esperance. I hope it's not on the main road. I would assume that would be paved. Oh, wow. We actually got it right. There you go. Hospital of Hope. I didn't think it could be a hospital, so there you go. What is going on, guys? It is Zigzag here, and welcome back to another Geoguessr video. Today we are playing An Unexplored World, which is made by Lecter, who is from my Discord, and he was really keen for me to play this on the channel, so I'll be giving it a show off. It's a brand new map, so I'll have it linked in the description if you want to go have a go. It's got a bunch of locations that are not normally in Geoguessr, in countries that you can't normally get. And so here we have the top scores, 23,000, I think maybe unachievable, but let's try and get second. Let's try and beat 19,000 with no moving, 1 minute 30 per round. So let's get straight into things and see how we go. So let's check out this one. This one, I'm immediately looking at this. Feels like Turkmenistan, this flag, also because we have Cyrillic as well. So that is my thought here. Not really sure. I mean, we have like the Soviet style crossing signs, so that would make sense. We're driving right hands out of the road. We got the painted curb, so definitely all feeling possible to be Turkmenistan. Green flag here, interesting. So I think so. And no, maybe it's Tajikistan. Maybe Turkmenistan's the green flag. So yeah, I think it's Tajikistan that has this kind of flag, and that would make sense because you can't really probably take like many photos in Turkmenistan. So let's say we're in Dushanbe here, which I think is the capital city. Yeah, it would make sense to be. So let's go there. And yeah, we are just across the block. I maybe could have actually looked at a road going the right direction, but 4.1 kilometers is a very good start to the video, indeed. I can't believe I was saying Turkmenistan. Some people were probably cringing at that, but at least I got there in the end. Upper hillside, interesting, so a bit of English there. Upper hillside, Sanfido, something like that. Medical, something association, bands association. Okay, so that doesn't really help us too much. Let's see what side of the road we're driving on. Appear to be driving left-hand side of the road. Okay. The fact that there's English and everything is kind of confusing me here. But yeah, we appear to be driving left-hand side of the road. Well, I'd like to see, where's the steering wheel? I'd like to just see the steering wheel. I think the steering wheel is on the right-hand side of the road. Only on the right-hand side, so we should be driving left-hand side. Okay, so that's interesting then. But why so much English? Is this somewhere in the Pacific? I would say most likely it is. It feels a bit hilly. Barbershop. Sheldon's Barbershop, okay. They're kind of like American style, like phone numbers as well, so that's kind of confusing me. Could we be in Jamaica or something like that as well? I do consider that a possibility here. So, yeah, there's not really much to go off of. The primary language is English, and they're driving left-hand side. So I think something like Jamaica is most likely, like, off chance of somewhere over here. But yeah, I do think Jamaica. In terms of other places, Kingston feels most likely. Oh, we ran out of time. It was Trinidad and Tobago. Maybe I could have figured that out if I went for a little longer there. Unfortunately, we lose our country streak. And yes, of course, Trinidad and Tobago, they would be driving left-hand side there, I suppose. Yeah, definitely has some English heritage there. Okay. So, we lose some points there. That's okay, though. Still, 20,000 is possible. So let's check out what we're getting over here. Powered phone by Google, okay. We're driving left-hand side of the road again, feeling like India. Yeah, we've got a bit of English there. These guys probably feel pretty Indian to me. Okay, so whereabouts would it be? I'm not really sure where I'm thinking. We do have a yellow number plate there, so yep, feeling pretty Indian indeed. So it's fairly green. I'm thinking somewhere up in this, like, a very heavily populated area over here. On a big highway. Yeah, I think this is going to be in the northern half of India, but I'm not really sure whereabouts. I mean, to be honest, it could be in the south. I'm not really sure. But yeah, let's go in this one, in Kanpur. See if we're correct. And no, this was in the south. This was in Bengaluru, which is Bangalore, yeah. Someone said that last time I got there. So yeah, we lose a lot of points. That's we're only 1,500 kilometers away, but we lose 4,000 points there. So you have to be actually quite close in this map apparently to get a good score. Because this one should be Africa. It's very, yeah, we got something here says Mango Togo. So, and also a bit of French. So I'm pretty sure they do speak some French in Togo. Is that correct? Yeah, it looks to be. And this one feels northern, because if I'm comparing it to Nigeria or something, if you saw something like this, you'd think you'd be somewhere up north. So let's see if there is a place called Mango. Yes, there is. Okay, so this is what we want to see. We're on a dirt road kind of going north to south here. So maybe something like this. And what would this place be? It looks like a hotel, something like that. L'Espérance. I have no idea what that means. No idea if I pronounced it correctly either, but yeah, I think it's going to be somewhere around there. I hope it's not on the main road. I would assume that would be paved. Oh, wow. We actually got it right. There you go. Hospital of Hope. I didn't think it could be a hospital, so there you go. And actually, realistically speaking, we probably actually were on this road, and this is actually probably incorrectly placed. So I would give us 5,000 points for that. I would give us a clean 5,000. A very good little piece of deduction there, although it was quite an easy round, all things considered. Because we've got a yellow center line here. Interesting. White number plate. It's a short number plate. This guy. A lot of rubbish on the ground. So this one is not clear to me. This yellow center line. Okay. Thinking about things, obviously this is a country that's not normally covered. Venezuela is possible here. I'm thinking probably more like Honduras or El Salvador, one of those two. Nicaragua, I think it's one of these three here. So let's think about that. It's a bit volcanic. So which one is most hilly? Yeah, I can definitely see it being like El Salvador or something like that. Belize, I think it would be too flat. Although Belize does have some mountains, so yeah, no, I think El Salvador is probably where I want to go here. And let's just go outside of San Salvador in the hills here. And okay, not too bad. We were in Nicaragua, so that was one of the ones I was considering. We got 3,300 points. So our first score is 14,900. Definitely enjoying the map. And I say we go again. Well, let's try and get that 20k. That is what we're after here, and I assume we'll manage it. Okay, so next one. Ooh, okay, so I'm immediately thinking, just looking at this, feeling like Southeast Asia, but we got a mosque. So I'm thinking this one will probably be in Brunei. That is my initial thought. So let's take a look around. We got yellow number plates. Not exactly sure if that is a Brunei thing, but yeah, this certainly could be Borneo. So let's see. Yeah, so Islamic, driving left-hand side of the road as well. So I guess they probably do that in Brunei. Not something I'd actually thought about before, but yeah, I guess because Malaysia and Indonesia do, I guess Brunei does as well. So I'm just going to say we're probably somewhere out here. Let's find a mosque to place ourselves next to. The road is roughly north to south, so maybe something like this. Just looking for any mosque, because obviously at the start of the video in Turkmenistan, we were in Tajikistan, we're a little bit hasty with our guess, but this time we're actually going to find one. That one's possible. Let's go for it. Oh. Right, so forgot about wait, were they not driving left-hand side of the road? Let's check this out. So Suriname, is this the one that was colonized by the British? I mean, that was a real, yeah, I guess so. So yeah, we're driving, I mean, we appear to be driving left-hand side of the road here. What's the deal with their steering wheels? I can't actually make it out, but I think they do drive left-hand side here. So is Suriname the one that was colonized by the British? I thought it might have been, yeah, I thought it was Guyana, so do they drive left in Suriname? It wouldn't make sense. Maybe that was just a one-way road, or maybe I'm somehow confused about that. But yeah, 0 points, so we'll start again. Goodness me. I was so sure that I was correct. Well, I wasn't exactly sure. I didn't exactly feel 100% confident, but yeah. Wasn't expecting to be that wrong, suffice to say. Okay, so here we have Arabic, and we have this guy's hand. Awesome. So we're driving a lot of Toyotas, I've noticed. Interesting. What country are we going to be in? Syria, maybe? So obviously driving right hand side of the road. Lavender. Okay. There's actually not much to go off of here. We don't have any URLs or anything like that. It's pretty flat. It's pretty dry. It's a lot of new cars. So yeah, it definitely feels like it could be like Syria or Lebanon. No, probably not Lebanon. I wouldn't say it looks like Lebanon. We could be in like Damascus or something. We've got like a blue strip on the plate. That's interesting. Alternatively, it could be Iraq. Could be Iran. Yeah, that's probably... Oh, I'm not sure about Iran. I don't think they... Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be one of those three there, I think. So let's just go for Syria here. And okay, it was actually in Saudi Arabia, in northern Saudi Arabia. So 2,700, it's enough to continue, I would say. Okay, so next round. We are back in this part of the world. Is this the Yemeni flag? I think it might be the Yemen flag, but I get them confused. I dare say most people probably do. It's very green, so it's not the Egyptian flag, and it's not the... It could be the Syrian flag. Well, I get those ones confused. I dare say that's a common experience, though. So it's quite... Oh, yeah, here's the flag again. Okay, that's what the man looks like who lives here. No, I think the Yemen one might have no green on it. So maybe this is the Syrian? No front plate here. It's pretty green, that's the problem. I just don't feel like Yemen would have anywhere that's quite this green. Maybe on the coast, but... Yeah, maybe I'm feeling Syria more here. I'm not really sure how I would tell them apart, though. That's the problem. Yeah, I do feel it just feels more like that area. It's almost a bit tropical as well, though, which is kind of the problem. I'm going to kick myself on this one. I'm definitely going to kick myself, but yeah, I guess we're going to go in... let's go in Homs, somewhere closer. Actually, look, Syria actually does go to the coast, so let's go somewhere near the coast here. I don't mind that. Somewhere near Lebanon. Let's see if that's correct. Come on, surely. Oh, that's the Iraqi flag. So 2 times I've been wrong in this area in a row. We're going to get a low score this time, so we can just go a bit faster. And then hope on our third game that we are able to clinch the victory. Okay, so it's Middle East again. Wasn't really hoping for that, to be honest. Red plate. Ooh, Oman flag? Red, green, white. I think that's going to be the Oman flag. So that's at least something. We got red number plates here, so perhaps that is an Oman thing. We got yellow over there as well. Maybe the big vehicles use red plates. This one does too. So interesting. It's flat. We don't have any mountains that I can see. Yeah. Definitely the Oman flag. So at least I know that one. And I think Muscat is probably the best option here, just because it's fairly built up, fairly rich. So let's go out in these suburbs here. And okay. So we were right on the border there with the UAE. Yeah, with the UAE. In a town that borders there. So, okay. That might have been a better guess, honestly. Because we couldn't see... We could probably see mountains if we were there. So, yeah, should have been a bit more careful. But obviously we're moving a bit faster anyway, so it's okay. This one's African, I'm assuming. Speaking a bit of French, I think. I think I saw a bit of French over here, yeah. Yeah. Appear to be, so maybe somewhere in Northern Africa is more likely. EcoBank, couple of dudes, ATM store, okay. Miles travel, Canal Plus. Okay, so we got plenty of clues. It's fairly green. We do have like a kind of whitish soil, but it is fairly green. So let us get to thinking here. I think the people are probably too dark to be very Northern African. So thinking definitely somewhere down here. Oh, what about like, what about Ivory Coast? That I feel is quite likely here, because we kind of got that white soil that you might see like in West Africa. We've also got palm trees and everything, so I don't mind that. And we are driving, of course, right-hand side of the road, but that is all consistent. So let's get somewhere downtown in Abidjan here. So, yeah. This was actually in Brazzaville. No, in Kinshasa, in the Democratic Republic of Congo. So, yeah, it was actually more More tropical than I had suspected. This is difficult, guys. I think you can all relate to the difficulty I'm going through here. Oh, we got some upside down love hearts here. What is this language? That is pretty cool. Well, maybe we can find out when we turn around here. We got some Arabic. We've got a Irani flag here. So, oh yeah, we have some Arabic with some upside down love hearts. I wonder what the meaning is. That is really interesting. This one almost looks like Turkey or something. So I'm thinking of guessing like closer that way. I don't know if you guys relate here. Do they have blue strips on the plates? This one has a blue strip. Yeah, I can't quite make it out. But yeah, I think they have blue strips on the plates in Iran. So that's something we can use in the future. So yeah, with 30 seconds to go here, feeling maybe somewhere over this way. I don't know, it just feels, it's hilly. So I think it's going to be somewhere on the north or the west of the country. Somewhere around here. But it has more of like a Central Asian climate than a Middle Eastern climate, especially with all the trees. So I'm going to guess up there. Could be just Tehran. And okay, so yeah, we were in the right area of the country, and 11,600 is a pretty good score. Okay guys, so let us go for one more here. Actually, that was very Middle Eastern heavy, but we actually pulled at least the right area every time, so I just need to brush up on my flags clearly. That was a bit disappointing with the Iraqi flag, should have had it. Okay, so the final game of the video, here we go. Got the German flag here, but again Arabic, so a heavy Arabic focus really makes you realize how many of the Arabic-speaking countries are not covered in Geoguessr. But let's check out these plates. I think this one, it is Arabic, tall mountains, lots of pine trees again, almost feeling like we could be back in Iran here. We have a Turkish flag, so we got a German flag, a Turkish flag. This looks like an Afghani flag. Is that a bit of green peeking through here? Black or red green. So that is interesting. This could be Afghanistan, to be fair. She might be wearing Afghani colors as well. And look at that, we have a flag. The old Afghanistan flag. I feel like that is probably the case. I'm just trying to think. I don't think any other country would fit that. And so, yeah, interesting. Feeling like somewhere to the north of the country, obviously we're pretty mountainous here. Yeah, quite mountainous in a bigger town. So is Kabul most likely here? Perhaps it is. Perhaps somewhere out here. Well, on a big roundabout too. So with that 20 seconds, let's at least put ourselves on a roundabout. Yeah, this one will have to do. But yeah, pretty interesting. We'd have mountains to the north, so yeah, it at least kind of fits. We could be at the right one here. You never know. But yeah, I think I'm relatively confident because of these flags here. So let's see if we're correct. And oh wow, that is remarkably close. I mean, I know we're in the capital city, but yeah, if I had have just picked one roundabout down, yeah, it's literally the next roundabout, then we would have had a perfect score. So pretty good, a good start. Definitely use those mountains to our advantage, and this is the start we need if we're going to get that 20k. Okay, so next one, we have some children over here. And we don't have anything else in the way of good clues here, I have to say. So, in terms of the poles, they're made of wood. It feels like a fairly temperate climate. So maybe like, I mean, it's not very mountainous though. So I was thinking like Rwanda or something, but that's a really mountainous country. So is Burundi. So maybe Tanzania, northern Tanzania here. She's wearing a headscarf. These are all boys, I think. So can't actually tell if we're in a Muslim country or a Christian one, but Tanzania has both. So perhaps Tanzania is pretty good, a pretty good option here, somewhere on the equator, because it's pretty green, but also a little bit temperate. So yeah, wouldn't even be surprised if we were somewhere like this. Arusha, perhaps that would work because we have mountains to our, let's see, we have mountains to our south here. Okay, so maybe not. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. Let's go on Moshi, because at least we'd have, I'm not sure. I'm not confident with Tanzania here at all, to be honest. This could just be in like Zambia, or even somewhere over here as well. Oh well, we have to go for it. Let's go, right? Well, we're in Cameroon. So I've heard that Cameroon uses orange number plates. Unfortunately, there was none of that to be had there. We're in quite a big city here, or quite a big town at least. And there you go, Cameroon. Wouldn't have picked it, but I was roughly correct that we were around the equator there. Wrong side of it, unfortunately. Okay, so next one. We have a sign here. Let's immediately read this. Got some English going on. Josam Company, Kahama. Okay, so Kahama is where we are, presumably. Does that say? That says Tanzania. Okay, so we're in Kahama, Tanzania. This is what the place looks like. Okay, it's not really loading in that side. We have an Asian guy over here as well. Interesting. Hilly kind of region. Feeling similar to Kenya in many ways. So let's see if we can use this address over here. So starting in 2017, completion in 2017, we are in Kahama. So can we find that in the allotted time is the question. I think it's possible. But it could be a suburb. That's the only problem here. Kibaha? I mean, that's at least somewhat close, so maybe the same language family. I know there's a bunch of different languages in Tanzania, so I think they mostly speak Swahili, though. Kahama. Hopefully I haven't missed it here. Hopefully it's not on the screen anyway. Kahama. I mean, it gets a bit dry up there, doesn't it? So maybe down here. Yeah, I would say with 10 seconds to go, I would say we're probably somewhere in this region outside of Dar es Salaam. So let's see if I'm correct about that. And no, we were right up next to Rwanda. So actually, Rwanda was my thought for the last round, not this one. But yeah, there we are. We are in Kayagana. So Kahama not actually visible, unfortunately. But yeah, right next to Lake Victoria. Maybe I should have picked that up. I mean, it did look a little bit like Uganda, but it looked more like Kenya to me. So a bit disappointing, perhaps. But I don't really know Tanzania that well, so that's okay. We'll definitely have to come back to this map at some point and get that 20k. So this one is interesting. Again, Arabic speaking, what's new? That's been the theme of the video for sure. This time we have green stripes on the plate. So there's clearly a lot of plate metas that you really have to know in the Middle East here. Maybe, actually, judging by the way people are looking, maybe Pakistan for this one. Pakistan's certainly possible. So there's the She Shop Boutique. Interesting. This guy, I mean, it looks like his head's been cut off in Photoshop here. Yeah, maybe just has a small head. Anyhow, that's not really helping us. Can we have a flag here? Maybe on like a currency exchange store or something on the bank? I mean, we are using a bit of green, so that would make sense for Pakistan. I think they're pretty nationalistic over there, though. I was hoping to find a flag somewhere. This could just be... No, the people definitely look subcontinental, so I think Pakistan has to be our guess here. And they are speaking a little bit of English as well, so that would make sense. Yeah, pretty much. I think that's all we're going to get here. So maybe somewhere in this region. And Pakistan actually has like 200 million people. Massive country, so we really could be anywhere here. But judging by how dry it is, yeah, I'm going to say we're in this city here. But it could be anywhere from Karachi all the way up to Islamabad. We'll see if we are correct. And hey, look at that. That's another good guess. We are in the same metropolitan area, just 25 kilometers away. If only I committed to a more central guess there. And yeah, onto the final round of the video. We can still pull a 15k here if we nail this one. Okay, so here we are, temperate climate again. We got walls on the houses, which makes me think West Africa. Long number plate here. Okay, it's almost legible. Unfortunately, it's not. Yeah, I think these guys are Africans as well, so let's get to thinking. These, yeah, very temperate looking houses here, so it's not easy. Cameroon, I mean, again, we don't see any orange number plates, so not really feeling Cameroon. Gabon, Equatorial Guinea is possible, maybe? I'm not really sure, but it at least feels possible in terms of the latitude, kind of in line with Kenya, but like kind of a similar feeling, like kind of climate with these trees, I feel like. So at least that's possible, I feel like. So we could be in Bata here. I mean, it's not a terrible shout, I think. It would be a really nice guess if we got that correct. The reason I think West Africa is just because of the walls on the outside of the houses, though. So I think we go for it. Let's see if I'm right. And it was Ethiopia. Okay. So yeah, that's why it felt like Kenya. And they are using those kind of walls around the houses in Addis Ababa. Addis Ababa. So yeah, not a terrible score, although yeah, it kind of is, but at least we're on the right continent. And here's the summary. So for that whole video, I don't feel like the only bad guess was the one in Suriname. Everything else was at least decent. And Suriname, it was colonized by the Dutch, I think. So yeah, I don't know. Anyhow, the Middle East kind of came in clutch once again, and yeah, these Africa rounds were all pretty tough. All pretty tough indeed. So thanks very much for watching. Thanks Lecter for showing me the map. And yeah, do go ahead and try it for yourselves. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the video, and I'll be back with more videos soon. Just finishing up uni and whatnot. So yeah, I'll see you guys later.